Hey, this is Mike. I am in Whiteville, North Carolina, visiting Van Underwood Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram, and I'm checking out a 2016 Jeep Wrangler in the Sport trim level. And this one is a fairly basic Jeep, I guess all things considered nowadays, but it has the upgraded 17-inch aluminum wheels and a few things added to it, but other than that, it's a very basic Jeep, very simple, and it's in the tank color, T-A-N-K, tank color, which is probably one of my favorite colors for a Jeep. So let's go ahead and check it out. It has the 17-inch aluminum wheels that you'd see on other models, and this is an upgrade on the Sport. It has the four-wheel disc brakes. It also has the running boards here, or the steps here on the side, in order to get in and out of the vehicle. So that's something that has been added. Let's take a look here in the front. Halogen reflector headlights, pretty standard for the Jeep and iconic for the Jeep, with the 7-slot grille and the 2 round headlights. And then you have the halogen fog lights here at the bottom. And it's like a one-piece, all flat black plastic bumper here in the front with the tow hooks there. So when I say this is a basic Jeep, it even has the basic key here with the Jeep emblem on it. And so it does not have any power locks. So basically you have to use the key to unlock the doors, which I already have. There's the inside of the passenger door. You've got that net pocket that you can put stuff in there to keep it from rattling around when you're going over bumps. And most everything is black except for this dark silver accent here. And you can see it has manual windows, manual door locks. There's your threshold there, manual adjustments on your seats, but that's pretty much through all the Jeep Wranglers. Cloth seats with the little bit of a pattern texture there in the center portion. You've got your iconic Jeep handle there for your passenger, lockable glove compartment, and kind of small, but not too bad. Decent amount of leg room there. Now entering the back seat is a little bit of a hassle for me. Okay, so this is your avenue to get to your back seat. You cannot go through the driver's side, you only can go through the passenger side. So you can see it's a little bit of a squeeze for a large adult like me, but the step certainly helps. And it's not that bad, but the back seats are nowhere near as easy to get into as the unlimited 4-door model. But there's your back seats, and these seats can fold down and flip up out of the way, so in case you need some more cargo area, and you can remove them as well. So back here you've got some lights and the speakers there. You can see there's no privacy glass in this particular soft top, so you just have the clear windows there. Let's take a look here in the back. You can see it has the spare tire on the back, the 17-inch spare tire. I always recommend having a locking lug nut on the spare tire, since it's so easy to steal that particular tire and wheel, and they are not cheap. So this one, you can see it has the tow hook there, but it does not have the towing hitch there on the back, which you can fairly easily add that. So let's take a look here in the back of the cargo area. Now the door swings out quite a way, so you want to make sure you have plenty of room for that. Also, it has quite a bit of weight on the door with the spare tire mounted there, so you don't want to really swing the door. You always want to stay in control of that door, so that way you don't mess something up by swinging it around. Long term, it might cause some kind of unnecessary wear on the hinges and stuff. Since this is a soft top, this portion is not easily removed. You do have to unzip it around the outside and then unhook this bar right here in order to access the top portion of the cargo area. So this is your access right here, which is kind of small and limiting unless you have of course the top off. So here's your cargo area. There's a cargo mat that's double-sided. It has a carpet on one side, rubber on the other. You also have a little storage compartment under here for putting some stuff. And you also have this place to put the hinge bolts and stuff right here and other things. So if you start taking the doors off, and if you had a hard top, you can put the bolts there for the hard top, that kind of stuff. That's what these little places are for. And when you close this down and you shut the tailgate and lock the tailgate, this is another compartment that stays locked because nobody can access this without opening up the tailgate. Under here you have your tire tools and stuff. You can also put some other stuff in there. There's a little bit more room in there for extra cargo space. Just want to mention that your cargo tie downs are here and here, but the little latch system, the anchors for your latch system for your car seats are right here. So you want to make sure you don't get that and that confused. This is where your car seat goes, the anchor for it, and it gives you a little bit of a clue there, but still they're very close together and they look very similar. So even though this back portion of the soft top is not easily removed like the hard top where you could just lift it up, you can still flip the seat out of the way in case you need some more cargo space. So like say this space is not enough, there's a little latch in there. You see this latch? You can reach under and just push it up like so, and you're gonna push it down and it flops down your seat like so. See if I can show you there. And then once you lift it up, there we go. So now you have probably a little bit over double your cargo capacity once the seat's flipped up out of the way. And it's real easily just pulled down. And then you have this strap that snaps in place like so. It's a little bit easier when you have two hands to work with, but it's not bad at all. So your fuel doors here on the driver's side, which is very convenient, and it has this little plastic tether there, which kind of dangles right here in the space, which it's not really going to cause any problem on this particular vehicle. But if you had a Sahara where you had some glossy paint on your fenders, you might want to put a little like clear plastic protector there to protect the paint, but in this case it's not going to harm anything. So starting this Jeep is extremely traditional. Just put the key in the ignition and turn it. So on the Jeeps, it does not have a latch under the dashboard. There is latches right here on the hood itself, and you can buy an actual locking mechanism that attaches under here to keep people from entering your lifting up your hood. But anyways, there's the 3.6 liter V6 285 horsepower V6 that is in every single Jeep model that they currently make. So there's no other option as far as another engine, but this is a really good engine. 285 horsepower is a heck of a lot of horsepower in a vehicle this size and everything, so they chose it for a good reason. Now I don't really particularly care for this big plastic cover over the engine. I'd prefer to actually see some engine, but you know, that seems like the trend nowadays. So when you close the hood, you just have to make sure that you latch it properly. It does have that little safety latch in the center, but I don't want to rely on that. And there you go. So the driver's side door is basically a mirror of the other side in every way. Has the manual, everything. So that's what it looks like. And then you have the manual adjustments on the driver's seat. One difference is this side has the ability to raise and lower the seat slightly using that handle there. So here we are on the inside. 2016 Jeep Wrangler Sport. Fairly basic Jeep, and a lot of people like that, including me, especially in the tank color. So let's go ahead and start over here on the steering wheel. It is a synthetic material steering wheel with a leather texturing, imitation leather texturing there, and it gives a little bit when you push onto it. It's got a really good feel, especially the thickness. I like a thick steering wheel because it doesn't seem to dig into your hands and stuff while you're driving it. So you have a few things on the steering wheel, which is awesome. Cruise control, which is very good to use when you're on the highway especially. And then on the back of the steering wheel back here, you actually have the volume buttons, which is cool. And on the back of the steering wheel on this side is changing through your stations for your radio, so that's cool as well. There's your gauges, and pretty much the same as any other Sport, I guess you can say, in the 2016 year. You have the fuel gauge here, the speedometer, the RPMs there, and the temperature gauge there on the right. Now, just want to mention that you get a little bit more information in these little screens under here. So right here is your 39 miles, that's your odometer. But on this side you have your outside temperature and the direction the vehicle's facing, which is west. So that's your digital compass. But you can get more information using these buttons here on the steering wheel. So pushing the step button will cycle through and give you some more information. So right now we're showing the digital compass and the outside temperature. So pushing the step button, it'll go to the average miles per gallon, distance to empty, and your timer. And you can reset these by pushing the reset button here. So the timer, I can go ahead and reset that to 0 and it starts over again. So it goes back there. So it has a few more options there that's not immediately visible. Also, when you push this button right here, let me get in there, it'll go to your trip A, trip B, and then eco mode, and then back to your odometer basically. I like the way they have the green accents there in the background. That's pretty awesome. Okay, so let's take a look at this center stack. At the very top you have a storage compartment there with kind of a divider there, and it has a rubber tray that can be removed and cleaned and put back in. So here's your radio, about as basic as you can get on the Wrangler. You just have an AM FM with a CD player that plays MP3s as well. But check it out, it has an auxiliary input, so you can play through any source that with an auxiliary input there, which is awesome. You got your presets there, tune through your stations on that side, and then your volume on that side. I love these vents. I like the way they articulate, and you can turn them around and open and close them. Really like those. And then here is a little storage pocket. If this had power windows, your power window controls would be located in the center there. So here's your climate control. It does have air conditioning, so it's not that basic. Your fan speed, temperature, where you want the air to blow, pretty basic. You have a 12-volt power supply there, which has a key on it, letting us know that we'll turn it on and off with the ignition. Then you have your traction control there, your downhill descent button, and your four-way flashers there. You have like this little hanger clip here as well, and I guess I'm not really sure exactly what it's for. Maybe you can hang a trash bag or something there, but you know, some of the Wranglers will have another power supply there. This one has that little hanger clip. Have a little net pocket, little place to put some pins or whatever there. There's your four-wheel drive shifter to go into different modes like low, four-wheel drive low and stuff like that, and engage it. See, right now it's in two-wheel drive, and you have to engage it in to the four-wheel drive gear. So here's your shifter. It's real simple. You just go to reverse, neutral, there's drive, and then you can up and down shift by bumping it right and left. There's your parking brake, little storage pocket underneath it, and there's your cup holders. One is a little bit deeper than the other, and then you have the little Jeep emblem there in the center. Okay, so here's your center armrest, which is also a compartment, and it is lockable, because if you have the top off and the doors off and stuff like that, and you're driving around, which a lot of people do, you want to have the ability to store your stuff in a more secure place besides just laying it around on the seat. So this is a lockable compartment, that's a lockable glove compartment, and then I showed you that lockable compartment in the back. So you have some level of, you know, securing your stuff. So this has two kind of places. First of all, under the lid, you can see it has a place to put tissues and pens and stuff like that. You have two buttons. The small button there will open up this little compartment, and you can see it has a place to put some wires in and out of it. Kind of small. And then the larger button opens up the larger compartment, and this is kind of like the junk drawer, I guess, of the vehicle, where you can throw in all your junk there. And then you have a 12-volt power supply. And since 2015, all Jeeps, Wranglers anyways, come with a little toolkit to help you take off the doors and stuff like that. Rear view mirror is a manually adjusted rear view mirror, so you can for your day and night mode. You've got the Jeep icon right there in the top center. The visors have mirrors, no lights in that one, and I don't suspect there's one in this one either. Alright, let's take a look at the visibility here in the back, which is fantastic. Tall, big glass, or windows I should say, to see out of, especially with no privacy glass. Okay, so also there's a couple things on the steering wheel I want to mention as well. It is a tilt but not telescoping steering wheel, so you got a tilt steering wheel there, and you lock it in place with this little lever here. Your windshield wiper controls are on that side, and your headlight controls are on this side. You have off, parking lights, headlights, and then you're pulling it out will turn on your fog lights. Pretty awesome. Alright, let's take a look at the window sticker, because I want to show you this vehicle didn't originally have the aluminum wheels. That's something that the dealer added, and they also added the steps here. So here's your window sticker, and I'm going to paste all this information in the description so you can have access to all this. But just in case you don't have access to that, you can actually see it right here. Alright, there you have it. 2016 Jeep Wrangler Sport in the tank color. Really awesome color. Love it. So thank you for watching, and thank you to Van Underwood, Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram here in Whiteville, North Carolina, for allowing me to show off an awesome car. Just want to mention I do not work for any dealership. I work for you. So if you have any suggestions or comments or anything like that, leave it in the comment section. I'd really appreciate it. Thanks for watching. See you next time.